Karthik, my friend, we are live.
Oh, awesome. Yo, how are you, my friend? Had a good
Good,
weekend?
good. Welcome, everyone, to another weekly squeeze session. Going forward, we're going to be having these live sessions at 8 p.m. Eastern versus 9 p.m. I need to the intro logo to reflect that going forward. How are things, my friend? How are you doing this weekend?
I had a good weekend. Yeah, good weekend here in California. How about you? How was the weather?
Same in New York. It's beautiful in New York, so
awesome.
pretty nice outside.
Awesome.
So I'm thinking, Karthik, what we would do is we'll cover Bitcoin, Ethereum as Bitcoin is moving again, and I will jump into market internals, your weekly planned activities. I always enjoy hearing that.
Yeah.
I think we look at some of the major stocks as well, the money calendar. And go from there. What do you say, my friend?
That sounds like a great plan, and let's rock and roll.
All right. Let's take a look at crypto very quickly. Let's see. I want to show you guys. This is what it looks like right now. It is all green. This is the hourly crypto bubbles. And let's take a look at Bitcoin chart, because Bitcoin actually was coming down. It looked like it was gonna do a serious retracement, but then it started moving up again. Let's take a look at the chart, Bitcoin chart.
I guess they're releasing I guess they approved the Bitcoin ETF and going to start trading next week.
Today. So, I mean, I know the news is out that the futures ETF is approved, but I think official announcement needs to happen tomorrow. If it doesn't happen, we can easily go back down because this was running up the news, running to the news kind of activity, and they could sell the news tomorrow.
I would like to hear your insights on is the ETF going to trade more or less similar to Bitcoin? Is it like
when we had the futures product came in, like not the ETF, but the futures came out like last time, we had a pretty decent dump, so 20% or so. So I wouldn't be surprised if we have a temporary pullback. But the different thing this time is the real ETF is also on the schedule to be approved. So that's in November, and there are a few of them. So we might just continue to go up until the November news. So I'm pretty bullish October and November for Bitcoin. I think we go hit all-time highs, break the new all-time highs for Bitcoin by November. And then, funds will move into Ethereum. And then after that, altcoins will do, 10x, 100x. And then, my plan is to the extent we can catch that and then scale out and be in, a little bit of stable coins and Bitcoin after that. And then if we have a decent pullback, I convert everything to back to Bitcoin and Ethereum. But I do expect that after the altcoin run, I will cash out some and put money on the side for a pullback. If there's no pullback, we'll get back in. But I do think that may be.
Yeah, what's the November event that you're looking forward for? Is that just the seasonality?
5-6 ETFs that will be. the rumor is that it will get approved. At least one of
Got
them
it.
will be approved, and that's the
Okay.
real ETF. This tomorrow's is futures ETF, so it's not the real thing.
Okay. Yeah.
So that's what's going on. I think we have enough activities that'll get us up to perhaps 85K minimum, and then we may even see if it goes back to back and you have big news and somebody like Elon Musk again saying I'm accepting Bitcoin.
Yeah.
All of those things might pile up on each other, and you get a 100K, 200K Bitcoin, and I think we might have that for a short time period, and you gotta be prepared to have profit taking, right? You gotta plan for profit taking. So
yeah,
I'm giving you guys my plan. I go from Bitcoin to Ethereum and altcoins. In fact, I'm positioned on altcoins actually in really good average costs. I've been doing DCA, and then and then I go to stable coins, and then when we have that stability on some base, then I might go into NFTs, the solid NFTs, NFT projects. And I do have a teaser for you guys for one of the NFT projects I got in yesterday. I think we'll have a good run. So Bitcoin looks good. This is 5-minute chart. Let me just look at the daily chart.
Yeah. On the just not to change the topic, I just had an interesting read from Larry P on a Bitcoin report over the weekend. Not sure if you had a chance to read that or not. I know you were. If not, I think you should kind of read that. It's pretty interesting of what the price is looking. It's just starting. He thinks it's just starting right now. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Now this is based on historical data. This is what we've been waiting for. So these 2 months are very important. There could be a longer bull market, but if it happens the way it happened in the past, we may have a very, very short next 60, 70 days, and then be prepared to take some profits. So daily chart shows a red diamond. We may have a consolidation here. In fact, I would like a consolidation here. It would if we consolidate here, this 618 74K becomes realistic. If we consolidate here, and this 61,500 62K becomes the new support, that's gonna be great news for us, because this target becomes more of a reality in the near term. Let me see the weekly. Yeah, weekly looks really bullish as well. Look, the weekly squeeze just fired. And this is a weekly squeeze session, and the Bitcoin weekly squeeze just fired. So with this weekly close today, we have a squeeze firing. So this thing is going to go, like this week might be maybe another bar that puts us to 63, 64K this week. And this is a nice little W we have. In fact, the target of this thing, oops. Maybe we can kind of do a oh my god, the target of this thing is 85K, so that's where it's going. If we do this right here, well, it's not really, like this. Yeah, that looks pretty good actually. All right, I mean that's a weekly chart, right? So going up to 85K, it's this next several weeks. So, and the squeeze fired. This is really bullish, Karthik. So I hope you loaded up on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and everything else. Let me see what Ethereum looks like. Ethereum had a really good buy about an hour ago. It came down to it came down to I think 3,700, and it's back up again. Look at this. Yeah, I had a 3,600 price target here. That trade worked very well. Oh, guys, I'll show you. I posted this on TradingView last week. So this was the chart. So if you're not following me on TradingView, you're missing out. Like, I posted this trade. This is when I loaded up Ethereum again. And this is what we're doing right now. So this was the prediction. My target is 4,200 in the very near term. Look at this Ethereum squeeze forming here. And we're like, literally, this thing is firing. So with that, maybe I turn it over to you, Karthik. Let's do the market analysis, unless you have questions on the crypto stuff.
No, I mean, I think you've been
actually, you know what? Let me do the, since we're talking about crypto, let me do the NFT teaser as well for you guys.
Yeah.
That way we can cover that too. Share. Okay, let's do it from here. So you guys know OpenSea, right? OpenSea is an NFT marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay. So Jungle Freaks, that went live yesterday. This is a project. If this thing is under, it's 1 Ethereum or under, like 98, 95, etc. Look for an opportunity to get in. This artist and what he's doing is very, very similar to, it gives me the vibes of Bored Ape Yacht Club. Okay, so right now it's 1 Ethereum. I'll show you what Bored Ape Yacht Club done, right? You guys know. Actually, I think it's one of the, it's a blue chip NFT club, right? So this Jungle Freaks, that was floor price was 1 ETH. Look at Bored Ape Yacht Club. Floor price is 35 Ethereum. Okay, and I mean, look, it started like Jungle Freaks. It wasn't, around, they went from 1 to 7 to 6. It just kept going. Now it's averaging pretty high numbers, right? So I'm sensing a similar thing with Jungle Freaks. I think this is a blue chip project. I got some. I mean, it's not a financial advice, okay? So do your own due diligence, but I am holding some of these things for the long term. I'm not going to sell. I'm just going to hold it. The only reason I would sell, if this week it just 3x's or for some reason, then I might just get my original investment out and just make sure I have, I keep a few, but take the original investment out. So it's, because I do expect when Ethereum skyrockets, NFT projects struggle because the Ethereum value goes up and these floor prices come down a lot. So, so this is my teaser for you guys. Look at this artwork, guys. this is the coolest stuff. You can own this thing for 1 Ethereum, 1.25 Ethereum. 1.3 Ethereum.
Crazy.
Okay, that's $5,000. All right.
Is that the one you picked here? Or?
I don't own this. I own like all kinds of. I'll show you.
Okay.
I have a few of these. I have a couple other projects. I'm bullish on this Kaiju Kings as well, even though it pulled back a little bit. I'm in an alpha group with Neo Tokyo Identities. This is a Alex Becker project I like a lot. In a few months, this thing is gonna probably skyrocket. Yakuza Cats, it has a staking. Anyhow, so I have some projects, like kind of distributed portfolio. This is like less than 5% of my crypto portfolio. Okay, I don't put too much. So,
Okay.
But just remember this is how crypto started. So I have the same feeling about NFTs, that some of these projects will do 100x easily. Okay. All right. With that teaser, I'm turning into a reality world. Real markets.
Yeah, the key thing I think what you're doing is interesting to me is you're diversifying your NFT projects, and I think that is what should be in terms of a balancing portfolio would make you kind of, if one of them kind of hits 100x or whatever, like it would cover the entire.
Yeah, that's what I did with crypto when I first got in as well. I was in Bitcoin, I was in Ethereum. I mean, I'm still in those, but and then I got into so many projects. Some of them blew up, and then others, and others took off. So yeah, you're right. A diversified portfolio, nothing big that will keep me awake at night. It's also fun. This is the stuff I like. The whole economic model of NFTs I really like.
Yeah, you guys are geeky.
All right, Karthik, real market. Right. Tell me, what is our plan for this week?
All right, let me share my game plan for the upcoming week, guys. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay, and see my weekly game plan workflow link here as well. So the bunch of things, I mean, the last week we all saw the OPEX expiration, all the gamma coming out of the markets, and for the upcoming market, I think there's not much to look at from a market event standpoint. There are few of FOMC speakers on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. But other than that, I mean, the regular, crude oil numbers and natural gas numbers on Wednesday and those kind of things. But other than that, there's nothing scheduled event to watch out for. I think the big risk that's still out there is the Evergrande, the China debt debacle. See what happens with respect to that. But the market right now, in terms of a scheduled event, these are some of the things I'm looking at. Let's look at the NQ, what happened last week, and then what do we kind of look for going into this upcoming week. I mean, I don't have to say anything here. I mean, we all have observed what happened is with this higher low that happened last week. Like, see the higher low in here, and it looks like this trending line got broken to the upside. So I think everybody in the world was watching these levels. So what right now is let me see if I can undo this. Okay, so you see this 50-day simple moving average is right here around 15,140 level. That's kind of the level that I was watching last week. It came in on Friday and just hit that resistance level, which is right here, right? I mean, you look at on the left-hand side in here as well. So I'm watching that pretty closely. I mean, it looks like we are selling off a little bit.
It looks like we got rejected a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So where do we kind of come down, right? I mean, for me, all this is like a one, this price movement here is like a single print, the whole move on Thursday. So do we come back down in here and see this is like an 8 EMA right here around 14,920. Would that be like an 8 EMA level which should hold, or will they come back to a psychological level around 15,000, which is somewhere around, if they take down Friday's low, is right here around 15,000. So not sure if that 15,000 psychological level will hold, but I think could be kind of potential move. We could kind of see what the price action is for the upside, and I think the key level to watch is this 15,135, 140 level, the 50-day moving average, to see if they break to the upside and for a potential long. There are a few other sectors.
When I look at this, Karthik,
Yeah.
I mean, in terms of market cipher on the daily chart, NQ looks really bullish. If I can show you, like, it's, I mean, I have like 16,000 price target.
Okay.
It's that good in the next couple of weeks. So,
wow. Okay.
So, I mean, daily is making nice curvature. Actually, let me just show you very quickly, and then I'll turn it back to you.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This is the curvature we look for. Obviously, it could come down like this and then give a bigger wave and then make a smaller wave and continue to move later. But I look at a little inverse head and shoulders on market cipher. View up is above zero line. This momentum wave is coming up. The money flow is coming up. I wouldn't be surprised if we break these levels starting tomorrow. That would be really nice. But like you said, it may come back and test the 14,900.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think the big key thing that I'm watching next week, I think I should probably put on my list, is some of the big tech guys are reporting earnings next week. Like, I think Netflix, Tesla, or Amazon, Facebook, maybe. I'm not sure.
Amazon,
so we can take a look at.
Amazon is week after, I think.
Okay. So some of the big guys are reporting next week and week after next. So anything could happen with the NQ. But I think watch these levels for the price action. I think just looking at, let me share my screen.
Yeah, please do.
Just looking at this market with my technical stuff in here, right? The indicators, this yellow, double yellow here is basically indicating a sideways distribution chop, whatever you want to call it. So what basically that means is, I mean, look for buying anywhere in this zone in here. This is the Darvish box levels. So this could be kind of the big support in here. Do we come back in here? I am not really sure, but I think that could be a good buy zone. And then potentially, like, watch these levels, 15,300, and then obviously the highs of 15,700. So for a potential short in here and a potential long in here. So I think that's how I'm thinking of playing this chop from an NQ standpoint, and the way the indicators are setting up right now. Another big thing is, like, you see the squeeze in here. There's a low compression squeeze setting up. It's damn interesting to watch how this is going to fire with the momentum shifting to the upside. So with all this in mind, and with the tech earnings, I would either be, I wouldn't load up on anything, right? Because this is right in the middle of my zone, right? I mean, like, this is the middle of the zone. This is where I would sell, and this is where I would buy because of my indicators indicating it's a distribution chop market. So that's how I would play this NQ right now. With that said, that's more for a swing position. Obviously, like everybody else, I'm also looking at on an intraday basis to play this. The key thing for an intraday level is, like, you see the VWAP lines in here. So these VWAP, above the VWAP, so basically my directionally for my intraday bias is going to be to the long side. So anything above this blue cyan line, that's the VWAP, monthly VWAP. That's basically telling me that, hey, I want to be long for a trading on an intraday basis, which I do a lot. I think I'm trying to stay nimble with all the stuff that's going on from an earnings standpoint for the upcoming week. So that's on the NQ. Let me just go back to my other screen. to cover some of the sentiment indicators that I want to address. See if you guys can see this. Okay, perfect. So just one additional thing. If you can look at the one standard deviation move for the upcoming week, I've put in these levels in here for the next week. So NQ, you have like 300, almost 350 points, either to the upside or to the downside. So I'm watching those key levels, and ES expecting like 100 point movement for the upcoming week. So that's the one standard deviation move. From a sentiment standpoint, it looks pretty interesting here. You see it's, this is something that you should keep an eye on closely is, I think, especially, well, let's look at NQ, right? The way the velocity of these moves are pretty quick and fast. You see, this is kind of my sell zone, and this is my buy zone. The green lines are buy zone. See the price movement in here, right? So when it comes in here, you get short, get long, get short, get long, get short, get long, right? It's pretty much it's pretty good indicator in terms of looking at the sentiment, in terms of also looking for the potential moves from a sentiment standpoint for Nasdaq. Right now, we are in the nowhere zone, meaning we are right at the neutral territory right now in terms of the sentiment for NQ and for ES, which is the S&P 500. I mean, it's the same thing. You see how quickly they turn from these levels in here, which is the oversold levels, back to the neutral level in 2 days or 2-3 days kind of thing, right? And so keep an eye. I'm keeping an eye myself, so I wanted to share that with you guys as usual every week on the sentiment standpoint. The one good thing, not a good thing, but like one thing which caught my eye this weekend is this. Yes, this is the SPY short interest kind of levels, guys. This is like crazy. I don't know what to say, right? I mean, the market went up. Look at the SPY short interest. That jumped from 14% to 19% short interest level. So this is kind of weird situation for me to analyze, but I just wanted to point this out to you guys. Is this crazy or what? The SPY short interest went up. This is a short interest, and the markets went up along with it. So meaning somebody is getting short significantly at these levels. They're not really buying. It's so that's one thing. They may squeeze out these guys. I mean, who the heck knows? But this is the one thing that I'm kind of watching from an indicator, from a contrarian aspect on what happens next couple of days. So that's my SPY short interest. One more thing that I look at is also this Goldman positioning indicator. These indicators are these are basically the Goldman clients, what they're doing. This is like their light positioning at these levels in here. And extremely light positioning is at like minus 1.5 Z-score. Last week, they spit spit all their positions, I think. Looks like they kind of lighten the load up on their positions, and look at the indicator almost to the light positioning, meaning they're not holding much. So this could be a sign for, there's a little bit more pullback in here on the positioning aspect. This may be indicating that we should probably get long because this may be more buying power they may have when the market moves up, and they may come back and start loading up. So this is the Goldman sentiment indicator that I watch, and last but not the least is the sector sentiment that we look at. Look at some of the things we discussed last week, right? The materials came off the buy zone in here, back to close to a little bit more than neutral in here. Same thing. I mean, not XLY was kind of somewhere in the middle. Look at reads, right? I mean, I don't play reads, but like that bounced pretty well from the lows, from the buy zones. With the semiconductors and tech as well, there's some buying coming in from semis and XLK. Look at XLU, right? That bounced pretty well. So some of the things, I think the retail is one thing you should keep and watch on right now, is that there may be some opportunities in here. I think GME may be one of the GameStop may be one of the bigger components of the retail right now, but see if there's any movement in the retail sector. But I think everything bounced off the sold zones, meaning this green is the buy zone, so looks like everything bounced. Semis and XLK is kind of where it's somewhere in the neutral kind of zone territory as well. As usual, I mean, look at energy; they are cooked right now. Do we find some selling opportunities in crude or XLE or XOP? Keep the price action in mind and see if there's potential opportunities setting up. But I think from an energy standpoint, any pullbacks I would entertain to the long side, is the way kind of I'm approaching the crude oil and related markets. Let me cover one more thing here. If you have few more minutes here, Leo, is the sector seasonality for next 3 months. If you guys can see this one here.
Yeah.
So basically what this is it's depicting for next 1 week, how bullish are they, right? They're 69% bullish. Next 1 month, 71% bullish, and next 3 months, 99% bullish.
Wow.
So basically what this means is there are certain sectors I think we should keep an eye on, guys, is, let me see here if I can mark this up for you guys. Okay, right here. So look at this like 1 week performance. Financials is right there for next 1 week, right? And for next 3 months, I think that's the biggest price movement from a sector seasonality standpoint in terms of the performance for next 3 months. So XLF is big, and also industrials, right? I mean, this caught my eye. I'm short XLI right now, but looks like I need to get rid of my short positions and get long from a seasonality standpoint. That next 3 months is like almost close to 9.5%. From an industry seasonality standpoint. So I'm going to share this link with you guys, but hopefully that makes sense to you guys to focus on some of the bigger movements you would expect from a seasonality standpoint, from a sector performance. I think the XLC is kind of weak in here. Where's the tech? Let me see. Where's this technology? Okay, and the technology for next 1 week and next 1 month is kind of not doing much, but from a next 3 month standpoint, looks like that's pretty good return on your investment. So 5.34% from a performance standpoint. So, I mean, take a look at this and feel free to ask me if you guys have any questions. I'm happy to address. I think EO will probably take a look at some of the stocks in his money calendar and address if there's any potential opportunities there. So I think I will send it back to you, EO, and see if you can address the money calendar.
Yeah, let's take a look at the money calendar and let's see if we see anything interesting. So again, very green week in general. October is normally green in money calendar. 18th, let's take a look. As you guys know, money calendar looks at repeating patterns. And if you were to, last 10 years, and if you were to enter a trade on stocks and if there are consistencies, especially 90%, 100% in the last 10 years, then it shows up here. Looks like, is this BlackRock? That's 100%. Let me see. Look at this. So if you were to buy BLK on October 18th and sell on November 26th, on average, you would make 24 points. That's a pretty good trade, if you ask me. And max profit would be 69. Yeah, just with the money calendar, you want to exactly follow these dates, because that's looking at consistency of trade around those dates, entry and exit. That looks good, Karthik. We should take a look. BLK. Let me see. We looked at TR before last week. I think it was also on the list. Is anything here? Google is here for some reason. Let me see. Google might be okay too. Oh, this is a 2-day trade. So Google is supposed to be bullish. Entry on 18th, exit on 19th. Last year, you would have made on average $8. So that's not bad. But when I see shorter term stuff on money calendar, I don't typically try those. But it is a data point to think about. So probably if you buy it at open and then sell it the close of 19th, that's kind of like the repeatable pattern. That's a 90% win rate. Anything else here that attracts your attention? Yeah, semiconductors. That's the other one. And we do have a negative here. Let's take a look at 19th. Is it pretty similar? No, BlackRock. I don't know if this is what's BLK? Is that BlackRock? Yeah, that's BlackRock. So BLK become 100%. Yeah, in fact, maybe better to enter on Tuesday, but I don't know, something to consider. The similar list. Oh, JPM is on the list. Yeah, JPM looks good too. You got it on 19, exit on November 17. It's an average $4 trade, but it's not bad if you can plan your trades. So BlackRock, JPM so far sticking out. 20th. Let's take a look.
Can you look at KLAC maybe? 100%. I think. Yeah. KLAC, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. The only thing is this is screwing the results.
Yeah.
It's a little bit really good 2020 year. But it does look good. I don't know if anything I like on this list. I think PNC, Autodesk 90%. There's a red year. I would skip TER. TER again looks pretty good. I don't know how TER did, because we had TER last week as well, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Let me see the chart. Oh, it is pretty good actually. Last week it did well.
Yeah, it did pretty well actually.
Wow. We should have just played this. So money calendar really caught the bottom of TER. Wow.
Yeah, that's a big move actually, like 107 to.
Wow.
Yeah,
you would have caught like an 8-point move last week.
Yeah, that was a pretty. Yeah.
So the good thing is, Money Calendar is predicting this is going to continue until November. So 21 days, max profit $19. So you kind of had an 8-point move already. So I don't know. You have to look for pullbacks to 112, and then you can buy. I like the market cipher setup on the daily chart, so that's not bad. So let me just quickly look at Thursday as well if there's anything interesting. Yeah, BlackRock again, 100%. I don't know, Karthik. It was the same thing with TER. We didn't take. This is BlackRock. Maybe we should take a look at BlackRock.
I think we should probably play with December options and just buy it and keep hold on to it. I think.
Yeah, just hold it. And then,
chart looked pretty good. It's part of the financial sector anyway, right? BlackRock.
Yeah, it's
the options may be pretty thin though. We may have to reassess.
Buying stock. Oh, wow, it could go up a lot already. Yeah, squeeze. So it's a possibility. Let me look at Friday. Yeah, again, BlackRock at the top. Honeywell. What is this 100% here? That's Accenture. Oh, look, Accenture looks good for Friday trade to the end of year. It looks really good, actually. Let me see the chart. Yeah, it's in squeeze. It's kind of completing if it breaks out of 342, it should have a good 20-point move to 360, looks like.
Yeah, it's already at 280R though. I think that's my only concern on ACN.
Yeah,
but
I would be careful. I think the better targets are BlackRock.
Yeah.
And
JP Morgan is interesting. Yeah.
Oh, let me see the JPM chart. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's reversing on the daily chart. I mean, I can show you. I was just staying on the money calendar, but so market cipher looks actually pretty good on JP Morgan. It has symmetry as well. Every time you get a move to the median or -1 ATR, it bounces up. You see how you get this symmetry?
Yeah.
You get this? Like, this is probably a smaller one, and then here one more, and then you go do this. It's the same thing. So at the very least, you have, 4 or 5 point move with consolidation and then moving up. This looks good. The VWAP is turning. That's daily. Let me see. 4 hour shows buy. Yeah, 4 hour shows buy. See, trigger wave. You see how we talk about market cycle trigger wave buys? This is a trigger wave buy. But the VWAP is turning, so there's consolidation here at this level, 166. So wait for the consolidation to kind of give us some buying opportunities. Then you can do that. I think we had looked at Goldman Sachs. That was on the list for Money Calendar last week. Look at this. Oh, it actually hit my target. I had, guys, this is, I'll show you. On TradingView, I posted this trade. Look, I posted GS could pull back to 380 and hit my buy zone. Okay, and this was the pattern I put in. Okay, I'm going to play along. Okay. It hit my buy zone. You would have bought it, and you would have hit the 400 level, and then actually have a 435, 436 target. Wow. See, I caught this one as well, Karthik.
Yeah, I mean, there was an earnings move too. I mean, that was,
Yeah.
I think last week. Last week was,
Yeah.
So that's, yeah, but I think that's a good,
Yeah, I think so. Let's say you
prediction.
would have exited before earnings. If that was a Friday earnings, you would have exited actually here because you would have had the profit right here.
Yeah.
This was a September 26th entry, so it wasn't that much profit because it. I mean,
yeah, I did. Yeah, I did play Goldman, but
380 to 395, almost 400. So it's not bad.
Yeah.
Should we take a look at some of the FANG stocks?
Yeah, we could see if any of us, any of the guys have any questions. I guess there's no questions. If you guys have,
I want to hear your views on Amazon. I know it's going to be probably consistent with NQ, but I did enter into a Amazon position, run into earnings.
Yeah, I did see that.
I posted that, I think.
Yeah, you did. All right, let's look at Amazon. Yeah, I don't know what happened on Friday, but that was a pretty good price. I didn't play this with you, Eo, on Friday, but I think I'm looking see if there's any pullback Monday or Tuesday, and we can kind of get back in long before the earnings coming up on 10/28. I don't know what to say. It's a big wide range bar. Looks like, let me just pull up another screen in here. Give me 1 sec.
So your EMA stuff shows bearish though, right?
Yeah, that's, I mean, correct. The waves are kind of bearish, but it's a retracement back to the mean kind of play from an oversold region. If my screen can pull up here, okay, they're right there. So we can see the good price action in here. I mean, it was perfect. I mean, if anybody could catch it, right? I mean, you see this ready aim fire. I mean, in hindsight, it looks pretty good to explain all this stuff, but it worked pretty well. Ready aim fire in here around 3,200. I think I played like a couple of times in here, but I got out early. I think earlier I didn't hold on to this move with some of my put spreads that I'd sold in here. But I guess there's some gap in here that's not covered, right? Around 34.51. Maybe that could be a potential target, another $50 or so. It can go in there, fill the gap, and come back in here. And there's some resistance zone in here too, right? Like all this chunk in here, so around 3,500. So would be potentially kind of people selling here. So there could be some resistance in here. But with Amazon and earnings coming up, I mean, I'm not sure if there is any split news, stock split news they're trying to price in or not. But I think we could expect more push to the upside is the way I'm thinking. What did you get in on Friday? Is that like a modified butterfly?
Yeah, I did a modified butterfly. So look at this chart. I mean, like we kind of protected this trend line. That's when I got in. Somewhere here.
Yeah.
I could have actually, at the end of the day, maybe I should have taken the profits. There was no reason to, because it was such a big move, and I actually got, decent profits. I could have cashed out at the end.
Yeah. Are there any squeezes? Let me check.
Yeah, there's squeeze forming. The reason I stayed in the trade, I didn't just take the profits, is because this curvature, VWAP is above zero. Market cipher is really bullish here. And also earnings coming up, right? So I want to ride this to, like you said, I think 34.50. I would scale out a little bit, maybe half. But this thing, I mean, the way market cipher is looking like here, I'll show you. Like, if it does a move, actually, let's do the pattern. Bruce likes this stuff. So this green dot, the last green dot at this level, like very similar to this. So that green dot with that curvature, it did this move, right? So if it does a similar move, so the green dot was right here. Did I catch the green dot? Yeah, I caught the green dot. So the green dot does something like that. I mean, it is kind of actually pretty good so far. So we're kind of following below it. So yeah, 34.50. You know,
Yeah.
and but then look, it sets up this new W, right? We broke out of this small W, it hits its target, and you're in this big W. If it breaks this, okay. So if you break this W, your price target is 3,800, which is not that you know, for Amazon that's nothing. Which is, by the way, that's a Fibonacci level. So you know, so I like this stuff when they all come together very nicely on a chart setup, and you have pretty good odds on this trade.
Yeah, I did.
Obviously, I would not stay in this trade. I would be out of this trade before earnings. So we
Yeah,
may not,
yeah.
I may not catch this move.
Definitely. So I just did a quick fib level drawing. I wanted to share that with you.
Sure.
See if let's okay, there you go. So from the July highs in here, right? So I just did a quick. I think this is. Let's see. This is the low. Somewhere around here. The low here. Low in here.
Yeah.
The fib, the golden mean, the 61.8% is like 35.45. So 35.50. Say 35.50, and that would cover some gap in here, right? This particular gap. But I think right now with this price movement, the wide range bar, which is at 38.2%, if it has to reverse, it has to reverse in here. But with this price action, I'm not expecting any reversal to happen. Maybe we get some pullback. Hopefully we get some pullback in here so we can get long around, I don't know, this is a valid zone, 33.68 maybe. That's the voodoo snow line. That I'll be very happy if I can get some pullback to that level. Another $40 pullback for Amazon, it's nothing, but that could be a potential long zone. I think 3,500, like you said, around 50% fib zone. I think we may get up to 35.45, I think, before the earnings, and maybe, like you said, 3,800 after the report earnings. I mean, who knows what comes out of the earnings stuff, but if the split news gets announced or something, I mean, this could skyrocket to the moon, you know.
Yeah. Bitcoin is running, man. 62,300. By the time we wake up tomorrow, we may hit my 63K target.
Oh yeah.
It's going. I was just looking. The funny thing is, like, recently, Bitcoin is leading the market. Like, when it started running, the market recovered big time. And then when it kind of turns around and kind of, you know, behaves soft, and then all of a sudden you get like the pullbacks we've been experiencing every once in a while, like, you know, and then like the chop fest last week, it almost like Bitcoin was an early warning, early indicator. It was interesting.
Yeah.
So Janak says hi. I don't know, Janak, if you want us to look at any stocks or Bruce, any of you, but we have a Facebook position. It's, I was in cash and I got into Facebook with you, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I'm still stuck in it.
I think we have plenty of time to. Oh shoot! I have a blood diamond on 4 hour.
There was a lot of news. Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of news on Facebook, I think, that got smoked in here. I mean, I'm underwater on Facebook calls, the earnings series. I'm not sure if, when is the earnings? 10/25, which is week after next. Okay, week after next Monday. So let's see what happens. I mean, I'm not expecting any big fireworks. I mean, at least if we can move back to break even to my kind of point in here around 340, I mean, I'm happy to get out.
Yeah, I think if on Market Cipher,
yeah,
if I can show you, so
yeah,
like we have two yellow X's. It would have been great if we had a yellow X here as well. 3 yellow X is a exhaustion pattern on Market Cipher, and then you get a turn like this. I hope this is the turn. Because it would be good to run back to the mean, which is 337.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you're getting a nice curvature here. But it is not the perfect chart. I don't remember why I got in. Maybe I got in because I was seeing this was going to make a small wave and you guys were getting in. I can't remember now.
Yeah, I mean, I know. My rationale was, yeah, I know it was tough. But my rationale was mostly I was looking for a bottom with some of the call flow option buyers that came in.
Yeah, Facebook. This was an option flow trade. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, so that explains.
Yeah.
I was doing option flow with a little bit of symmetry on the weekly chart. I think I saw this kind of pullbacks to -1 ETR and kind of it's not perfect either. All right, so I mean this is my this is gonna be I have to decide probably this week what I'm doing with this. I'm not gonna hold it till actually this is a November option, right? We're in November options.
Yeah.
It's not October options. Okay, so we have time. Just
yeah, I can't touch because one of my accounts I'm moving to TradeStation, and I don't think all the stuff that got transferred from my.
Oh, okay. Can you do you mind taking a look at the look at Tesla?
Sure.
In the last few minutes, let's take a look at Tesla.
Are you in long Tesla?
Well, I mean, I should have stayed in my long. I had a perfect entry. Where was it? This is a weekly chart. I had a really good entry. We took profits.
Yeah, I mean, with earnings coming up, earnings next week on 20th, which is like a couple of days.
Yeah, we were long. We were long here. And we took profits here. We took this.
Right.
We took this move, and then it pulled back again. We missed this. I mean, you had perfect squeeze setup around here somewhere.
Yeah.
Right here. On Tesla, you want to take it really seriously. 30-minute squeezes. I mean, every time there was a 30-minute squeeze, it just played out very nicely. Look, this right here. Look, these. You would have some pain here because premiums would, but then you would catch this move right here. I mean, all the 30 minutes moves. So this is perfect for. I don't know if JC played all of this, but every 30 minutes just played like amazing, like 30 minutes squeezes on Tesla.
Nothing that he alerted out. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't have any comments just before the earnings. Anything could happen, right? I mean, there's one setup watching for potential short, which is, let me show you guys what I have on Tesla. So I have some harmonics setting up for a potential short in Tesla anywhere. This is the reversal zone, potential reversal zone around. I mean, anywhere from I think this line's probably cross around 925, so 900, 925, maybe 930, maybe a good zone to short, which is the voodoo tree line. This could not, I don't know if this will be part of the earnings play, and then, this could do anything. I think Michael Burry, who was a short in Tesla, I think I read some news over the weekend that he closed all his short positions. The Michael Burry guy who was the big short, who did the real estate bubble. He did go short on that. So that guy was short Tesla, but he looks like he's not short anymore. It can move to any of these zones in here before earnings. I'm not really sure that there could be some potential gap up on earnings, maybe a short opportunity. But this is a fanboy stock, and I don't know if I'm willing to short Tesla.
Yeah, I would stay away from shorting this. This thing is going to 900s definitely, like you said.
Yeah, that's kind of my take on Tesla for the next couple of days.
I think that's it for this week, my friend. Unless you want to look at others.
No, I think if nobody has any other questions, I think we should just wrap this up. And no, there's good overview of the upcoming game plan for the week. Thank you, Yo, and hopefully these sessions are helpful for you guys to prepare for the week. And if you guys have any specific requests in terms of to address anything, either from an intraday trading perspective or on a swing perspective or anything else you may have, you guys should post your comments in the YouTube section of the comments page, and or just type in your comments anywhere that we have access to. We'll address your questions, and feel free to kind of provide some feedback as well. And thank you for joining, everybody. Appreciate you guys listening to us.
All right, have a great week, guys. Let's make money in the markets. I'm still cautious, other than some day trading and a long Amazon position. I don't have a lot of positions. The only other thing I have is BCRX. You guys know I do monthly naked puts on BCRX, and the last one is also in a really good place. I don't want to jinx it, but if that continues, we're just going to cash that out as well. But I don't mind owning BCRX, so if I get assigned, so that's why I'm doing those. Anyhow, Karthik, my friend, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Have a great week.
Thank you, and take care, everyone. Bye.